This video is designed to help you understand the four main sentence types. We'll get started. The first sentence type is the simple sentence, and you're probably very familiar with that. It expresses one idea in one clause and has a single subject and predicate. Here's a good example of a simple sentence. The picky child refused the delicious-looking pie. And you'll see that the simple subject is child, and the simple predicate or the verb is refused. And of course, the rest of the things in this sentence are just some modifiers. Picky, modifying child, and delicious looking, modifying pie, and that kind of thing. But anyway, we've got a complete subject, a complete predicate, and that's all we need for a simple sentence. The second kind of sentence is a compound sentence. And that is when you take two simple sentences and combine them together using a coordinating conjunction. We remember the coordinating conjunctions using the acronym FANBOYS: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And you can Google that if you forget all of the coordinating conjunctions. But what we do is we take a simple sentence, same one we used before. The picky child refused the delicious-looking pie. And then we use a coordinating conjunction, in this case, so, and notice that we also have a comma in front of the coordinating conjunction. That is absolutely required when you're connecting two sentences together, and that's just what we're doing. The second sentence is, the hungry one ate both pieces. So we have a compound sentence, meaning two simple sentences connected together using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Now, a complex sentence is a much more sophisticated sentence type than either the simple or the compound sentence, and this is really what you want to aim for in a great number of your sentences in college writing. So a complex sentence consists of one or more dependent clauses combined with one independent clause. An independent clause is just another name for a sentence, a complete sentence. A dependent clause cannot stand alone. It is not a complete thought. Let's look at the dependent clause that begins this sentence. Although the picky child refused the delicious-looking pie, so you can just hear that sentence isn't finished yet. You're expecting something more. Although, if you take off although, it's a complete sentence. Just pretend although isn't there, and we have the picky child refused the delicious-looking pie. So we call although a dependent marker word because that's going to take a complete sentence and turn it into an incomplete sentence unless we finish it by adding a complete sentence to the end of it, an independent clause. The hungry one devoured two pieces. So you see, we can have this dependent clause, this incomplete sentence, as long as we finish it with a complete sentence, and that's called a complex sentence. And then finally, a compound complex sentence is exactly what it sounds like it is. It's that same complex sentence that we started off with, although the picky child refused the delicious-looking pie. That's the dependent clause. Now, instead of finishing it with just a simple sentence, we're going to finish it with a compound sentence. The hungry one devoured two pieces, and the crowd applauded appreciatively. And you'll notice, too, that we've got one of the fanboys and the conjunction right here. All right, so the next slide is just going to give you some practice. These are all different sorts of sentences, and you need to go through and see if you can identify which ones are simple, compound, complex, or compound complex before you take your quiz on this subject. And if you have any trouble at all, go to the next slide, and I've color-coded some things for you to help out with that. Finally, you may want to visit the OWL at Purdue. It's a wonderful website, and that's where I got the language for dependent marker words and also this list. So study hard, reread each of these slides, pause the video as much as you need to, and let me know if you have any issues.